Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another exciting, head scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I am your host, as always, the Insane Disappearances guy. And I am back once again. And I'm telling you, not telling you, but I'm just saying, I hope that everybody on this YouTube family thing here had a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. I know I did. Of course, I had to work both those days. But, hey, I had to make some money. Ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? I love spending time with my family, but sometimes you got to just put your foot to the grind and get some money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, oh, man. Back once again with brand new case, brand new weird shit, stuff. Sorry. But yeah, I am back with another story, and this one is starting out weird just like all the rest. And you know how it always goes. A person goes into a national forest and they say to their family, I'm going to hike a trail and I'm going to spend the night, or I'm coming back around 6:30 in the afternoon. And you know the weird shit always happens in the afternoon every single time. So when they say that, bad time to come back. You should come back, say if you leave at 10, come back at 12. I'm just saying. Okay, I mean, this is not a laughing matter, obviously. But, you know, I like to keep the happiness going in a very sad moment so that people won't constantly be so sad, because things will always work out the way they're meant to be. I've known that for a very long time. And one thing I've learned from all this also is never worry about something you can't control. But yet everybody wants to find out what's going on here. So do I. That's why I'm here. I'm the mediator. I'm the guy who tries to put a little bit more reality in your life instead of you constantly using logic to solve these cases. If a case like these happen to be very, very strange, very, very weird, very, very unsettling, that doesn't have any logic in it whatsoever, why use logical reasoning or logical evidence or whatever to solve these cases? That cannot be done. We've tried it, they have tried it, and they have failed every single time. Unless it's your typical kidnapping or a person just wanting to just disappear. People thought that about the MK guy. You know, don't really know what's going on with that. Nobody really knows. I haven't known. But I got a feeling that the voice that people heard inside that cave was not him, because that would indicate that he died and that was his ghost. Most people who find the M cave, well, not find the M cave, but most people who go into a place like that and they just vanish, they obviously went through a portal. Don't you think? You know, in the documentary on that David Paulides put on iTunes, one of the guys that was an expert in reading like energies in the atmosphere or in the air had this little device that said, oh, there was definitely a portal here. So, just saying, you never know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get right to it. This particular case that I'm going to read about is a brand new one. It's a person that just went missing back in October of last year. It says here that search for missing North Cascades hiker, now a recovery effort. The name of this hiker is Rachel Lakoduk. Well, I think that's what it is. You know how I am with last names. Once again, name is Rachel Lakoduk. She's 28 years old. She left for a hike at the Hidden Lake Trailhead on October 17th. She hasn't been seen since. Ugh, I always hate it when they say that. It's crazy. Anyway, now the search for a hiker who went missing in the North Cascades more than a week ago is now a recovery effort, like I said before, according to family of the missing hiker. Now, Elizabeth Tripp, who is her of 28-year-old Rachel Lakoduk, thanked first responders on social media Monday for their efforts. Now, despite multiple efforts to rescue Rachel off the mountain, none of the SAR teams were able to locate her. Now, her mother, last name Tripp, wrote in a Facebook post, "Their determination and dedication never wavered." And, I've always heard so much about these SAR teams because they said that they are very determined to find people who are missing in these places, especially when it comes to children. They never stop until they find them. Now, if they don't find them, then they have no other choice but to stop the search, unless people of the family and friends want to go out there and look for themselves. Because let's just say you have a person that's in charge of all these SAR team people. They don't want their people to be in any more danger than the person that went missing or vanished in these places, which is very true. And I don't mind them saying that. I commend them for doing that because they're looking out for the lives of their searchers. And these are just volunteers. They're not people who actually work for a company that searches for these people. These are actual volunteers from the area. And some of these people are expert hikers. Some of them are expert trackers. So you have a little bit of everything in everybody. Now, moving on to the rest of the story, Lakoduk left Moses Lake on October 17th, telling her family she planned to hike the hidden lake trail to a lookout cabin and spend the night. She hasn't been seen since, once again. Now, Lakoduk's car was found at the trailhead, but crews didn't find her last week at the lookout tower, which is located about 6,800 feet of elevation. Now, Skagit County Under Sheriff Chad Clark, said it didn't look like Lakoduk had even been there in the first place. Okay, and that's the part that gets even more weird because she was supposed to have been going to point A to point B. But somewhere between point A and point B, she vanished. Did she meet up with a wormhole? Well, I don't say a wormhole, but a portal that led somewhere else to another level or to another plane? Maybe. I mean, given all of the disappearances and the vanishings of these people who never have been found since, I would imagine they have met their travels with a wormhole. Well, I won't say not a wormhole, but a portal that led them somewhere else. Now, people try to dismiss that because they want to find their loved ones. I understand that, but you have to still look at the obvious. These people literally are vanishing without a trace. What else could it be? I'm just saying. Some of these people are found, but they're always found dead, face down in a body of water, or face up, or in a wet area with dry skin, hardly no clothes on, socks on that are clean. Weird stuff. Very weird stuff. Okay, now, her mother, last name Tripp, says search and rescue crews plan to use a helicopter to search forecasted snow melt above the tree line on Wednesday. I would imagine that would be this Wednesday, which is today. 2 days after, a day after, the beginning of a new year, 2020. Now, the trailhead is about 15 miles east of, of Marble Mount in the Mount Baker, gotta get this right, Snoqualmie National Forest. Hope I got that right. Okay, now that's pretty much about it. Let me say, hold on. There's something else. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that story. It wasn't too much to say about this because it's a fresh case. So, but I will read what Elizabeth Betsy Tripp, her mother, said on social media. With heavy hearts, we report that the search and rescue attempts have now changed to the status of recovery only. Despite multiple efforts to rescue Rachel off the mountain, none of the SAR teams were able to locate her. Their determination and dedication never wavered. This is pretty much what she said earlier, but this is just cut off pieces, from this actual post that she made on Facebook. Now, they employed every resource available to them, and Marble Mount Ranger Station will send a helicopter up again Wednesday to search the forecasted snow melt above the tree line. We thank the Skagit County Sheriff's Department for handling our family with compassion. Love to all those who have been following our story. Your words of hope and encouragement are still essential to help our families cope with this next phase of our lives. Yowza, that is just so sad. I mean, I really do feel for the family. That is, I mean, for you to have to find out that one of your loved ones, daughter or not, has went up into an area where they probably have went to so many times before, and then all of a sudden, poof, out of the blue, they vanish without a trace. And that's what it seems like, because they could not find her at all in any of the areas that they have searched. Now, I remember on the documentary that David Paulides had uploaded to iTunes, showed the grid search that they have started to do, where they actually have like these like either cables or threading that are going from one end of an area to another, and they crisscross it in areas that they're going to search. So they search everything from that line to this line, and they don't find anybody. It's just like how they say when they start in a line going all the way across, and they go straight, and then they turn and they go this way, and they just cover a large span of area in these places where they have vanished or disappeared or may have been found dead. But in a lot of these cases where they just up and just vanished, they're never found. So I really do hope that they do find her. I hate to say it, dead or alive, because that's usually the case with all these cases. With her, she seems to be a pretty well-rounded female who has done a lot of hiking, obviously, if she's going on a trail. I mean, it's just walking. You know, you're walking on a trail and you're supposed to be coming back at a certain time. But like I said earlier, knowing that all of these cases happen, well, the ones that vanish, the cases of the people that vanish or disappear, they always happen in the afternoon. So I would imagine these people would have heard about these people. So I would think that they would say, okay, well, since they always have these problems around the afternoon, I'm going to make sure I leave early enough to get back early. Like, say, maybe 11 days. Spend about an hour out there and then come back home. Don't be going out there and say, okay, I'm going to return at 6. A lot of people have done that, and then that's when they disappear or they vanish. Excuse me. But anyway, that's pretty much it on that. But wow, okay. Sorry, you know, how did saliva always go down the wrong pipe? Hate that. But I did want to discuss some things with you guys. This is about your health. This is towards the end where I add a little insight to the minds of my viewers here. I've been doing a lot of meditation, and you know, when you do a lot of meditation, sometimes you get things that just come to you. You know, where you exercise your mind to open up and you receive knowledge or information at the same time. I was thinking about health. I was thinking about what, you know, our health means to us and the things that we should do or know about when it comes to eating certain foods. Now, let's see. The thing about what I want to talk about is GMO foods. It's genetically modified foods. A lot of people don't realize that genetically modified foods come in many forms. One of those forms is how they, and when I say they, I mean, if you want to say scientists or whatever, they inject certain DNA structures from animals and humans into our plant food and in our food as well. Like, okay, a corn cob. They wanted to find a way for corn cobs to last in harsh temperatures during the winter, you know, so that they won't die before the summer hits. So they thought about how fish can survive in cold water, and I mean extremely cold water, like Alaskan cold water, you know, Alaskan salmon, all that stuff. So they figure, I wonder if we inject fish DNA in corn cobs, would that last through harsh winters? And they have actually done that. So think about it. You're eating corn cobs with fish DNA in it. These are the things that we don't need in our system because it causes all kinds of problems. And I know for a fact from my meditations, I know most people ain't gonna go by that, but I'm just saying. That is actually what causes cancer and a lot of other problems, because the same thing with women who go through, having babies. Some women have trouble having babies because their hormone levels are too high. You see, your chemical balance and your hormonal balance has to be at a certain level, like say right here. Okay, but the hormones is way up here while your chemical balance is right here. Because they always say you have a chemical imbalance. That's because you're putting all of this crap in your bodies because of the crap that they're putting in our foods. So the best way to get rid of all these problems is for you to actually grow your own vegetables and fruits. Now, you have to germinate the seeds in order for you to grow your fruits. Because let's just say you want to splice your fruit together. Let's say you got a peach and you got a plum or orange or an apple. You slice one of those fruits in half. Take one of the seeds out, germinate it, put it back inside of one of the fruits, and then you close it up with the other fruit on the other side, or with the same fruit with the cut off half. Tape it with some duct tape, put it in the ground or in a potted plant with soil on top, and watch it grow into a brand new fruit. Where do you think tangerines come from? Just saying. They got this thing where they splice fruits together. And that's not a bad thing. It really isn't. Some people say that's not real fruit. It really is. It just depends on what your intentions for that fruit is. But yeah. See, the thing is, these same things that people put in our food gets put in our body, and a lot of things that would have happened. Let me read something that I wrote. Now, if GMOs were to be stopped from being put in our food, which is poison to our bodies, by the way, that's very true, there lies your cure for cancer and diabetes and other, sicknesses. Because think about it. If you were to get rid of GMO foods, there won't be a such thing as sickness. Think about it. That's what makes a lot of people sick. And that's what causes the ones that do get sick to have these colds that last for months. And, when I was growing up, most of my colds would last maybe 2 weeks tops, and it was over. Nowadays, if you're lucky, it'll last about, I wouldn't call that lucky. If you're lucky, it'll last about a month. Sometimes it'll last longer than that. I had a cold that lasted all the way up to the summertime once, and I had the cold in May or one of those months. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but anyway. Now, our immune system also is slowly declining. Now, that's because of viruses and bacteria that are adapting to our medicines. And when I say that, let's just say you're putting a medicine in your body, right? And your inside of your body is already messed up because of these, injections that they be putting in our plant food and all that stuff. It causes you to get even sicker, or you just don't, or the medicines don't even help. And that's why it suppresses the problem, because it's not actually helping. And doctors don't really know what causes cancer at all. That's why they come up with everything here from here to the sun about what causes cancer. Because they really don't know. So that means your doctors don't know shit. That's why I don't go to the doctor. I stopped going to the doctor a long time ago. I only go there when I know I have to. So, but anyway, it also makes it easier, like I said, for colds to last a whole month or months. So, but yeah. If we get rid of GMO foods and start growing our own, we won't get sick anymore, because we will be making sure that none of the pesticides get on the fruit or the vegetables and all that other bullcrap they're putting on it, which it makes no sense. They say they do that to kill the bugs, but it also leaches into the food and causes us to get sick. Why in the double hockey sticks would I want to eat some type of food that has pesticide chemicals in it? Why? They act like, they try to say, it's harmful to humans. It only hurts the bugs. It's a chemical. It humans regardless. Okay? If you want to keep our immune system strong, get away from GMOs, people. Please do. I know I am. When you start shopping at Trader Joe's, they say that's a very natural store to shop from, when it comes to natural foods and fresh foods that ain't, vexed by bacteria and viruses and human and animal DNA. Now, see, the reason why they do that is because human and animal DNA have a certain trait that they want the plants to have. Like, say, for humans, the hormones. They use the hormones to put in the food. Why do you think that children are growing and looking older than they're supposed to look? Like a 15-year-old probably looks like she's about 25. Okay? I had a situation where my daughter was hanging out with her aunt and her cousin. And a guy came up to her saying, hey baby, what's your name? What's your number? Whatever. He was like, excuse me? That's what the aunt said. I'm talking to her. She's 15 years old. And I was like, wow. For the fact that a person can't tell the difference between a 15-year-old and a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old who's just happened to be a little short, because she's about as tall as I am now. She's 18 in college. So glad. But anyway, so that's what's happening. They putting the hormones in foods, and the kids are growing up. They look like they're 25, but they're actually, 13? Some of these young girls are growing up with bodies that, that they shouldn't even have. They should be looking like sticks. They don't need to be looking like somebody that's stepped off of a runway or something like that. Like one of those Instagram models or something like that. It's weird. Very disgusting. Anyway, but like I said, take heed to that, my friends. Just here to spread the knowledge. You'd be surprised what happens when you meditate for about 2 to 3 hours or 2 to 3 days, off and on. Very, very relaxing, really. And then you get some mind-blowing evidence in your mind, and you just got to share it. But anyway, like I said, back once again with some brand new cases and a brand new way of looking at things. So this is what I'm going to do from now on. I still got a lot of things that I'm doing, so I may not do one every day because that would be kind of, when I'd be so tired coming home from work. So I would try to get them in as much as possible on every other day. Now, I was using this app called Puffin, which was helping me put my thumbnails up. But they decided they didn't want to have no business with iPhone, so now you can only get it on an Android. So now I got to find another browser that will help me put my thumbnails up. That way you'll know what I'm talking about as far as what the thumbnails will tell you. So be patient with me, and I will try and see if I can find another one where I can do my job and put my thumbnails up so you'll know when I'm talking about. Sorry, tongue's jumping. So that you will know what I am talking about. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I just wanted to post this one video about this one female, and hopefully they will find her, and that we will have a better understanding of what happened to her if they do find her alive. I pray that they do. But yeah, so I'm not gonna say the other part because that part hasn't happened yet. I try not to worry about anything that hasn't been set in stone, because the one thing I realize is that if you worry about something that is in the future that hasn't even been set yet, you're just gonna worry yourself to death. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? I don't do what ifs anymore. I just relax and let it flow. How do you let it flow, you ask? All you have to do is just sit back and wait. That's how you let it flow. Or you just relax and just let everything happen the way it's supposed to happen. Let it come to you. Let the words just flow out of your mouth. Just saying, it works. I've been doing that for the longest time. That's why I was able to do my channel a lot better. I know I've been getting a lot of advice from my fans, and I really, 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 really do appreciate that, because I know I have been an amateur in the first part of my career. I don't want to say career, but the first part of my YouTube venture on getting the word out there in the way that other people are scared to do. Talk about all the weird stuff. I want to do logical stuff. I won't mention some names, but I will mention this. Our fellow YouTuber Tyler has gone through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to mention too much about it because I'm pretty sure everybody already knows about it. If you watch him, I really am pulling for him, and I know he is a true seeker and a knowledge seeker just like me. I've had my run-ins too with people who are trying to monitor me because of what I talk about. I had a black SUV parked outside my house one time after I posted the interview from the Brown Mountain the Brown Mountain survivor. And to answer a couple of questions about her, I had a couple of my fans ask me how she doing, and would she be willing to let them post their, her photos on, YouTube or whatever, which I've already done, but they wanted to ask her permission. But I haven't had a chance to talk to her because she's working for a forest reserve in North Carolina, so she's been very, very busy. I have hit her up on her, in the text and on what do you call that? I can't remember. It's that thing with the little yellow ghost. I don't really get on that. I think I deleted it anyway because I never really got on it in the first place. Oh, Snapchat, or what do you call that crap? But anyway, I haven't really had a chance to talk to her. Like I said, she's been real busy, but I am very, very sure that she's doing fine. I'm not sure about what happened with her friends who basically deserted her because of them. I believe they tried to blame her for all the things that happened to them, which is the reason why they kind of just backed away from her. But you know what? If they want to back away from her like that, they obviously want her real friends, because she didn't do anything. She's the one that pretty much suffered. You see, well, I won't say suffered. She was supposed to be out there, just so people know. She was supposed to have been out there because she was supposed to bring back the truth about what happens to a person when they're walking in these places, these very, very high frequency places, where weird stuff start happening, like orange balls of energy floating around and water appearing out of nowhere that shouldn't have been there in the first place, especially if it wasn't on the map. What do you call those foot bridges that seem to appear out of nowhere, or people who are on their their hands and legs or hands and feet moving about in the in the brush, in the back. I even seen some interdimensional beings casting their image onto the environment in a transparent way. And when I went back to look for it again, in the area where it vanished. It's almost as if it was there for me to see. And I did take a picture of it. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I have sent some photos to some of my viewers about this thing, and I gotta check my emails to see if they actually responded. I haven't really looked into it, since then. But I'll just see if I can find it real quick. Don't want to keep you guys waiting because I know you guys got things to do, and so do I. But hey, we're here to have fun, right? Anyway, let me just see here. I'm gonna try and hopefully I can find it soon, because I don't want to bypass it for one. So let's see, because this was pretty much a while back, but I think here we go. All right, I want you to take a look at this. Okay, I can blow it up a little bit. Hold on. Now this, my friends, is what I saw. It may be a little spotty, and it may not look like much, but up here you can see the eyes, the little almond-shaped eyes, and that weird-shaped head. There's the torso, the neck, and the torso. Let me see. There's another one. I mean, it looks better if you've seen it in a better, resolution. But this is about as far as I can get with it. Sorry, it's so blotchy, but the resolution of cameras and but okay, this is a blown up version of it. Now, as you can see the eyes here. You can see that almond shaped head. It looks like it's kind of sloped in the back. There's the torso and the arm and the neckline, because they do have long necks. Now, see, these are what I call interdimensional beings. Okay, they are able to project their consciousness onto the environment. As you can see, it's transparent and it's within the tree line and it's shaped within the light. Now, I know people will say, "Oh, that's just the light shining through the trees." And I don't know, most people probably don't even realize that that's what that is. But from my vantage point, from when I can see it on my phone, it looks like it. And I guess since it's here on my phone, you can't really see it too much. But let me show you the area where it was. It was like right here where that circle is. And you can see the full scape of it. I should have did a picture of it, where I didn't blow it up so you can really see where it was coming from. But I was excited when I saw it, and like I said, when I went back to it to see what it looked like, it was gone. I couldn't find it. So it was actually there for me. But that was pretty much that. But yeah, I've caught a lot of things on her footage that a lot of people either missed or they have seen themselves. That's how I actually found out about a lot of that stuff. Like the face in the tree trunk hole. Now that's another one. That's the craziest one because it doesn't look like a human standing, with his face out. It just looks like, as a matter of fact, let me blow it up so you can see what I'm talking. Oops, darn it. Hold on. Jeez, I hate it when I do that. All right, here we go. Okay, come on now, jeez. This will probably do a lot better if I go like this and blow it up. Now you see those two white dots right here? Those are the eyes, and then you can see the mouth. If you're looking at it real good, you can probably see it. I don't know the resolution from my vantage point. I can't really see it, but it's facing that way where my finger's pointing. And you can see the two eyes, the little nose, and there's a mouth there too. But like I said, the resolution on this screen is maybe messing it up. I mean, I would have to send it to someone that would actually want to look at it. But you can clearly see two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and a long pointed chin. But yeah, a lot of things that I caught on that footage, it was very amazing. Now, like I said before about the black SUV parked outside my house, I don't even know why they were even out there because it was already posted, and I got well over almost 100,000 views on that interview alone. That was probably the biggest one out of all the interviews that I've done. I've only done 3, and I'm still waiting on the 1 interview. And since it's been so long, the person is trying to get his mind together. I'm just going to come out and tell you exactly who this person was that I actually got a chance to talk to on Facebook Message. Drum roll, please. It was the father of Jared Alan Adadero. I actually talked to him and I asked him if he wanted to be interviewed because I told him I saw his interview on YouTube before about how he explained his version of what really happened that day and how his son was found in the way he was found. And I just want to make clear that I'm not going to talk about all the weird stuff because he's been through enough. It's been 20 years since his son vanished. Okay? And well, he calls it disappeared, which is either way, it doesn't really matter. But he said that he just needs to get his mind together first, and he would gladly want to be interviewed by me, and that would be very cool. So hopefully, one day when he finally gets himself together, because every holiday is a reminder of his son not being there. And he was only, I think, 2.5, 3 years old at the time. So I know how that can be. I told him, take your time. I'm not going anywhere. So whenever you want to do the interview, I'll be right here. And so that's it. That's the surprise guest that I was going to have on my show. But I'm still waiting. I actually talked to him on Christmas time. I sent him a Christmas message, wishing him and his family well. And he said all was well and everything. He said thank you. So we actually do talk. And not like talk, but we actually did conversate for a good little while. I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I found very weird about the situation with him and his son was the woman that was supposed to be helping him try to figure these things out about what happened to her son. One of the logical reasons she tried to throw in his face was the canyon filled up. Because remember, we're talking about the Poudre Canyon. How in the HE hockey sticks you think a canyon is going to fill up within 4 years? Because the boys' remains were found 4 years later at the top of this peak or canyon. There is no way for that to happen unless there was a massive ocean flood that came in from wherever it came from. Like, say, there was a tsunami and it came in and flooded that entire canyon. That would be the only way that would happen. But there are no floods like that in, Colorado, especially in the area where he was. And I'm pretty sure the ocean is like miles away. I don't think they're anywhere near the ocean unless you go into the beach. But yeah, right now it's doing that little slow thing, so you gotta be careful with that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm still waiting on that, and I will definitely keep you guys updated on when that interview will be. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight and watching, well, this morning, and watching my show, giving me all the praise, and I'm going to give you guys all the praise too because I love you guys so much. I just want to say the one thing that I always say at the end of my videos, because I'm going to end it right now so I can get the rest in. I got to do my meditation and all that stuff. You've been giving me all about me. Everybody in a place where I actually lived in Virginia one time before.
But the rest of you see all the people that you know watches my channel. But anyway, I gotta get off of here so I can enjoy the rest of my morning, because I gotta get up and go to work again tomorrow or today. But around what? I gotta be there by 1 o'clock. But anyway, so instead of me rambling so much, I just want to say once again, aloha, mahalo, and ohuiho. Peace out, brother, and peace out, wahine. Oh yeah. Bye bye.